Hello and welcome to a new video on IGCSE Mathematics. In this video, we shall be discussing constructions and loci. We shall be dealing with intermediate level problems. The diagram shows the positions of 3 points A, B, and C. Draw the locus of points which are 4 centimeters from C. So we should set our compass to 4 centimeters and just draw an arc around C like this. Again, these videos are just conceptual. They will not be accurate constructions. They're just meant to show you, to give you a rough idea of how the answer should look like. In B, we are asked, or we are told, using a straight edge and compass only, construct the locus of points which are equidistant from A and B. So equidistant from A and B means that we have segment AB like this, and we want a line on which all the points are at an equal distance from A and B. This is the definition of a perpendicular bisector. So we are going to draw a perpendicular bisector looking something like this. The steps of drawing a perpendicular bisector involve getting the compass, putting the iron part at A, drawing two arcs like this, and then moving the compass to B at the same width of the compass and drawing the other two arcs like this. The final result should be this black line, which is the perpendicular bisector of AB. Now that we have this locus of points, we will move on to question C. C requires us to shade the region which is less than 4 centimeters from C and nearer to B than to A. So remember, this is A, this is B. Less than 4 centimeters from C means that it's inside the green circle. So it's inside the circle. Excuse me. Circle. And nearer to B than to A means that it's on the right of the black line. So the shaded region will roughly look something like this. This will be the shaded region. So similar to our drawing, the shaded region is on the right of the perpendicular bisector and inside the circle. In this question, we're told construct the locus of points inside the triangle that are 5 centimeters from B. So 5 centimeters from B means we set the radius of the compass to 5, and we draw an arc with a center of B. So the iron part of the compass should be at B, and we just draw an arc as such. This arc is the locus of points that are 5 centimeters from B. Construct the locus of points inside the triangle that are equidistant from AB and BC. So maybe I should have drawn a bigger arc or a better arc. So this was not very accurate. So let's assume that this is the locus of points. This is the 5 centimeter point from B. Now we want to construct the locus of points inside the triangle equidistant from AB and BC. So from AB and BC, this is BC and this is AB. To be equidistant, they have to lie on the angle bisector of B. So we have to draw an angle bisector. It will end up looking something like this. I'll just give you a brief introduction to the steps. You will take the iron part of the compass, put it at B, draw an arc, something like this, and then put the iron part here and draw an arc, put the iron part here and draw another arc, and they will intersect at the point, which you shall join to B. Now that we've drawn the angle bisector, we are required to shade the region inside the triangle that contains points that are more than 5 centimeters from B. So it has to be beyond the red arc, outside of the red arc, and at the same time nearer to AB than to BC. So it has to be below the green line. So our shaded region will be this region here. And this is similar to the one shaded in the marking scheme. The diagram shows a scale drawing of Tariq's garden. The scale is 1 centimeter represents 2 meters. Tariq puts a statue in the garden. The statue is equidistant from the 2 trees and 10 meters from the bird path. So find by construction the point where Tariq puts the statue. First of all, we have to mind the scale. So the scale is 1 centimeter to 2 meters. And we have a requirement that the statue is 10 meters from the bird path. So we have to convert it using the scale. So here we're dividing by 2. We're going to divide here by 2 as well. This becomes 5, and of course the unit is centimeters. So if it's 5 centimeters from the bird path, we have to put the center of the compass at the bird path here, and we have to draw an arc of length 5 centimeters. So the radius of the compass has to be 5 centimeters. And it needs to be equidistant from the 2 trees. So equidistant from 2 points means that we have to draw the perpendicular bisector. So first we join the 2 trees using a line like this. And then we set the compass radius to more than half of this line. So put the iron part here and try to put the pencil somewhere here. And then draw 2 big arcs. And then put the iron part at the other side and draw another pair of arcs. So the perpendicular bisector is going to look something like this. I'm just going to draw the result first and then put in the arcs, which is not what you're supposed to do. Of course, you're supposed to do it the other way around, but the result should look something like this, which tells me that the arcs are supposed to intersect somewhere here. Of course, in your case, you have to draw the arcs first, and based on their intersection, you draw the perpendicular bisector. But because I'm doing this on the screen without an actual compass, it will become very hard to do this accurately. So I'm just trying to draw a symbolic drawing, a representative drawing of what we have here. So we want, by construction, the point where Tariq puts the statue. So Tariq needs to put the statue on the black line because it needs to be equidistant from the trees. And at the same time, it needs to be 5 centimeters from the bird path. So it needs to lie on the blue arc as well. So we want a point that is on the black line and on the blue arc at the same time. So this is our point. This is where he should put the statue. Of course, again, this is symbolic and representative. This is not the actual thing. So the actual solution may vary based on the accuracy of the drawing, but I want you to get the concept or the idea of how to solve this problem. The diagram shows a triangle ABC and an arc with center C and radius 6.5. Using a straight edge and compass only, construct the locus of points inside the triangle that are equidistant from BA and BC. So equidistant from BA and BC, this means that we want to bisect angle B because BA is right there and BC is right there. So we want the line that bisects the angle. It's going to look something like this. And then we want to shade the region inside the triangle that is more than 6.5 from C and nearer to BA than to BC. So nearer to BA, so it's nearer to this side. So we're going to shade above the red line. And it's more than 6.5, so it's outside the circle. It's outside this arc. So the shaded region will be beyond the arc and nearer to AB. So it's this shade, this region I'm shading right now. This will be the proper shaded region. Using a straight edge and compass only, construct the bisector of angle BCD. So you're already familiar with how to construct an angle bisector. The end result should look something like this. Let me just continue the line like this. This is the angle bisector. Technically, it should start at C, not extend beyond it. This was inaccurate on my part. It should be a ray starting at point C and extending upwards like this. Draw the locus of points inside the pentagon that are 3 centimeters from E. So 3 centimeters from E means that we're going to set the compass to 3 centimeters. So this point should be at 0 and this point should be at 3, for example. And then we're going to take the compass as it is and draw an arc with a center of E. So the iron part should be at E, and you should draw an arc that looks something like this. Now we want the region inside the pentagon that is less than 3 centimeters from E. So within the circle, within the red arc, and nearer to DC than to BC. So nearer to DC than to BC. means that we're shading on the left of the blue arrow. So it should be this region right there. This should be our shaded region. So this brings us to the end of our video. I hope this has been beneficial. Thank you for watching.